Okay, so 4-2 is called percent proportion, and you did a little bit of this in 6th grade as well, so some of it might be review. Okay, so it's still kind of like going along with that percent of a number like we did on Tuesday, but now it's like we look at it as part over whole, and some of you might remember this from 6th grade. Part over whole is the proportional aspect, equals the percent or a number over 100. So when we do these setup, they're all kind of the same setup. And right now it's confusing, but as soon as I give you some examples, you'll see what I mean. So part over whole, sometimes they abbreviate, like if you're looking at the examples in your book, they'll put P over W. Okay, that's just part over whole. So part of a number over whole of a number equals the number or percent over 100. Okay. So an example of this is, what percent of $15 is $9? So whenever you see these like what percent is, think these are part over whole type problems. What percent of $15 is $9? Okay. So we know part and we know whole and we don't know percent, but we know hundred's always the same. Okay. So for this one, this is how you would set it up. So part of it is $9, right? What percent of 15 is 9? So $9 is part of the 15. So $9 over the $15 equals, I just put X because I don't know what that is. It's a percentage over 100. And then again, we've been doing this a lot now, so we're cross multiplying and dividing. Okay? So when we cross multiply and divide, 9 times 100 is 900, divide by 15, we get 60, and because we're looking for a percent, we want to write that as 60%. So what that means is $9 is 60% of $15. So if you wanted to go back and check your work, you could. You could just do the 0.6 times 9 and you should get it. Or 0.6 times 15 and you should get 9. Okay? These are probably the trickiest ones to remember how to do and how to set up. But if you get the pattern, like if you just keep this pattern, you'll do fine. This part over a whole equals some percent over 100. Okay. Any questions on that? It's okay? Make sure when you write your answers, if they're asking for percent, that you put the little percentage symbol next to it. Otherwise, I'll mark it wrong. I'll say that again. When you write your answers, put the percentage symbol next to it. Got it? Next? Okay. All right. Here's another one. This one looks a little different. It says, what number is 40% of 120? What number is 40% of 120? So I don't know the number. I don't know the part, right? I know the percent, and I know the whole is 120. And then the other side is always over 100. So if I'm looking for the part, I'll just call it X again, but I wrote it out for you guys. I'm looking for that piece of 120, and that's 40% of 100. So you just write 40 over 100. So far, so good? So cross multiply and divide. So 120 times 40, and then the X times 100. So that means we're going to divide by 100. That's 4,800 divided by 100. And I get 48. So that means 48 is 40% of 120. Because this is so confusing for a lot of people, it's really important you take super good notes, and then when you go to do your homework, you have something to look back on. We're going to do examples in the book today too. It's just a very confusing thing for a lot of people, okay? Any questions? Third example. 18 is 25% of what number? 18 is 25% of what number? So we have our percent, and we have 18 is, so that tells me that's like part of it, right? We're trying to find the whole number. Does that make sense to you guys? Trying to find the whole number? So 18 over some whole number is equal to 25 over 100. And we need to figure out what whole number makes 25%, right? So let's see. Cross multiply the 18 times 100, then divide by 25. So 18 times 100 equals the 25 times x. 1800 divided by 25 is 72. So 18 is 25% of 72. So I've shown you all three different scenarios. So now you can see, oh, I'm going to have three different scenarios, right? I'm going to have to find part of a number, I'm going to have to find a percent of a number, and I'm going to have to find the whole number knowing the part of a number. Okay? So there's three different problems, three different types of problems you'll do in this practice. And these are the three examples you'll need to do them. Okay? So for the first part of practice, we're going to do a few of them together, and that's on page 124, 1 through 3. So there's three more examples we're going to do together. I'll help you. So go to page 124.